Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to show you how to create a one-page website with Astra. Okay, so before we get started, let's talk about the differences between a one-page or single-page website versus an ordinary one. An ordinary website, as you can see here with this template that we have, has a landing page and some interact buttons, but everything else, right? So we have our services here, but if we take a look over here to our services page, we could see that each one has its price and a longer description and its own interact button here and some other things down there. So we also have the same one for our about page. So let's go ahead and open the Astra Starter Templates one and choose a starter website and see what Astra can do for us in making a one-page site. So we're here on our dashboard. We can click on Astra on our left sidebar, and let's go ahead and click on Starter Templates. Okay, once we're here, click on Build with Templates. And we can type in here single page, and it should give us some templates if those don't come up. Okay, so we have some examples here. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, and we have a preview and you can check it out. And you can see that this is a one-page site. Okay, so we might have a registration button here, and that doesn't take us to anywhere else. And we can click on Learn More, and it could take us to a different section of the site. We can reserve it, and it'll take us to a contact form, but all of the details are here. So we have our product or what our site is about. We have our details. We have what we offer and which ones per day. And finally, we have our contact form down here and our other interacts here. Let's take a look at some other examples of what we can use with starter templates and a one-page site. Now, some of these other ones are premium, so we won't be taking a look at these. And let's click on this one. This is a wedding invite, it seems. And you can see it doesn't really need anything else except this one page. So here we have the wedding, the date, what's happening, descriptions, what to expect, and the RSVP. So here's your contact form here. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and choose this one as it's more in line for what we are doing. And let's choose one of our icons here. Okay, we can make it a bit smaller, right? You can also change the fonts. No, it's okay. And you can also choose a different style, a different set of colors, that is. It's a bit hard to read. Red might, all right, yeah. Okay, we'll go with red and click on continue. If you don't need these, we can skip this step. Make sure to check all of these and submit and build my website. Okay, once we're done with that, let's go ahead and click on view our website and head to the dashboard from here, okay? And here we have our site. And click on learn more, and none of these do anything. So we can go ahead and start configuring and editing the content. Okay, so since we only have a single page or one-page website, there isn't much to configure here. Yet, we're going to go through our grocery list of things to do, which is first to configure the site to our liking, which means the font, the colors, and so on. Second would be to customize and edit the actual content, such as changing the pictures and adding text. And lastly, which is something that is relatively pretty important to one-page sites, is to set up our anchors. So let's go do that right now. You can click on Customize over here to configure the site, Or we can go over here to our dashboard. On the left-hand sidebar, hover over Astra and click on Customize. We're here on the Customizer, and earlier when we chose the starter template, we already chose our colors and our texts and font. And really for a single page, one-page website, we don't actually need a menu up here. We at most have a button or two to take us to our anchors, which are specific parts of the website. So let's go ahead and configure these. Over here in Global, again, we can change the font to whatever you want, and you'll see this will change. And once that loads, we'll see it. And you can also just choose whatever font you want. Any random font, any font that you like to choose. And we have a video as well on choosing custom fonts, inserting custom fonts. And we can do stuff like that. And we can also change colors from here. Again, we have the different styles and the presets and swatches just so you can see. And we're not limited to the presets. We can use either hex codes or just drag and drop the slider. And this is the secondary one. I think I'll change this presenting one to something a bit darker. Oops. Just so that it contrasts a bit more. Or actually, I might make that one reddish. There we go. That looks much nicer. And we can change the background and so on. So let's take a look at the other options that we can take a look at. And we can also enable scroll to top, and we'll get this really cool button over here once it finishes loading. And anytime, any day now. All right. And we can also customize how big that appears. And we can have that on desktop, both desktop and on mobile. Okay, and you can also change the icon color, the background color, and the radius. Let's make it a bit round. 50% on all sides should be good. Okay, and that should make it nice and round. If we were to refresh our site here, it should appear bigger as well. Oh, that's a bit too big. About 21. Oops. Refresh our preview over here, and it should be all fine and dandy there. All right, now let's double check on our mobile. And again, like I can't state it enough, it's so responsive to have a one-page site when you're on mobile and when you're on desktop, and it just helps your users get to the things much quicker. Okay, and we don't really need to enable sidebar or page or blog because, again, we only have a single page. So let's go ahead and configure site identity. We can enable the site title if we wanted to on both desktop and mobile. And there you go. It appears for us right there. And we can also go ahead and change the design of our whole header here. And we can even change this button, register, and we'll take a look at this later. And we can configure the design here, the font and the border radius. We can make it even rounder. Let's say 20. Oops, on all of them should be 20. Okay, and we should be able to refresh that. Okay, and there we can see it's a bit different now. We can also change the margin and the spacing, and we can also double check how it looks like on our main site. And because we're here on our mobile devices, we can disable this on mobile. Refresh that. And we can also... Okay, and that looks good. We don't even need to do anything for that. But for our button over here, we want to have a different design. We don't want it to be completely blue. we can use this, and our text color will be this, and then white. All right. Okay. Now it's looking more consistent. And that's about what we can do with this. We can even add more elements to it, but the idea of having a single page website is that it's simple and easy to navigate. So with that, we can hit on publish, and we can move on to the next step, which is to remove whatever demo content is here and insert our own. Okay, so with that published, we can exit out of the customizer and we can return to our main page here. Once we refresh it, we can see that our changes have reflected. And in order to change out the pictures and the text, we'll have to go over here on the top and click on Edit Page. All right, so once we're here, we can go ahead and just like hit delete and remove things. We can change the backgrounds over here if we could. Style, change image, and then we can just choose any one of our own. Classroom one here, right? And we can say and okay, and then we can change the buttons from here, and we can make it like this or a round one. And for the content, we can put in our link to our YouTube channel and enable an icon. We can also just change it to YouTube if it's not, yeah, YouTube. Okay, insert icon. There we go. And you can also change the style and so on, but you don't have to do that. And then for learn more, okay, so this is a button in itself. Let's say we have from our tutorials, right? And then we can have our points here, like learn how to use Astra, learn how to moderate comments, learn how to customize the background. And let's say we landed on our page here, and let's say we wanted to subscribe. Clicked on that, we end up subscribing to our channel. If we wanted to learn more and we clicked on this, usually we can link it to a different page or a blog post on our site, but we're going to use something called an anchor. And real quick, let's highlight this over here, and over in advanced, we have advanced and HTML anchor, and let's call it learn more. Okay, and make sure that there's no spaces and use a hyphen. And there is it's best practice to not use any caps. Okay, and now once we're here, we can click on content and type learn more. Okay, and now we can update our site, and we can view the page on a different area, right? So if I clicked on subscribe now, it's going to take us to website assets. There's our YouTube channel, and we can click on learn more, and wow, look where it takes us. Just a bit down, but this is where what we'll learn. This is where it takes us to learn more, and this is what we learn. Okay, so let's say we wanted to put this one, link this one to our form over here, right? So let's go do that real quick. Let's click on this and click on advanced and call this registration. Okay, and that should be good. Right? Email address, and yes, I need to know when you, okay, and we can click on this, and okay, let's go ahead and change the text. And you can change the link to what was it? This was registration, or let's say, okay, and we can go here and click on link. Make sure that when you're linking anchors that you use a hashtag, or else it might not work. Newsletter, right, and hit enter, and that should work. And once we update it, we can refresh our site. Okay, so again, we can click on subscribe now, and it takes us to our channel. And we click on learn more. It takes us to this learn more area. And if our users wanted to know when we uploaded a brand new video and they wanted to get updated, they get sent down here where they can enter their email address, right? And let's say we wanted to give another example, right? So I'm coming up with this, and it's going to be let's add a new block over here. Let's put a heading up here, and let's call it upcoming videos, or maybe not even, and we can format this real nice and put it up there, make it heading 1, make it bigger with the style. That should be good. All right, and then let's change the text color to white just so it stands out. And then let's say our upcoming video will be how to log in to WordPress. And then our next one would be, replace this with something else. All right, let's just again use one of our stock pictures here. It's 18. Let's put this on the 19th, just so that it's consistent. How to change font color in WordPress. And again, let's click on replace. And of course, like with any other WordPress theme, like what you've seen just here, we've added our own heading, our own elements. You're free to customize it whichever way you want. But again, we're highlighting the utility of starter templates, where you can just go ahead and input and replace the text to make it easier for you, so you don't have to work as hard. Okay, and for some reason my backspace isn't working. All right, how about, all right, there we go. It works like that. Oops. Okay, and we can delete this as well. Oops. And there, and it looks a bit cleaner now. And let's go ahead and put an anchor on this and call it new videos. And you can copy that, and with that one, we can go ahead and click on our customize, and we can customize our button over here. So you see it doesn't appear on our page editor. That's because it's part of our header. It's part of our actual site. So if we wanted to do it with this, we can go ahead and click on New Videos. And if we published it, if we did everything just right and refreshed it, once we clicked on Register over here, it takes us down to upcoming videos. But of course, we got to change the text. Let's say, what's new, right? So let's click on Publish and refresh this. So we have our one-page site here already. Oop. Yeah, that should have refreshed. Okay, there we go. Now, once we have our one-page site, it should be real easy to navigate. We have our home page here, so click on that. We'll be on there, and we'll have all of our content ready to go as we scroll down, right? Everything we need is in one page, and if our users wanted to be able to find something real quick, they could just click on the buttons, and they'll be redirected to where they need to be, right? And if I clicked on Learn More, it takes us to the section that we need. If we wanted to know what's new, it would take us to our upcoming video section over here. And if we wanted to be updated all the time, it would take us straight to our registration form here for our newsletter. But at the same time, if our users were just to scroll down, all of our content is here. So that's the beauty of having a single page, one page website on WordPress, and this is how you make it with Astra. So if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.